as the title of the video says, yes, I know. You're wondering what happened with Damian Priest during the Money in the Bank, and I'm here to say that I'm just as confused as you. But there's one thing that I know that completely makes me understand professional wrestling as a professional wrestling fan, is that what happened tonight was something that has to do with called being a freaking human being. And it's funny that the Money in the Bank was literally like a few days ago, and most of everything of what I see in the wrestling media is about the botch. And of course, I'm just as confused as you guys are. But I'll say this: I really don't think that Damian Priest should get this much heat for, I don't know, making botches, because he is still a human being. He does make mistakes, and he does, matter of fact, mess up just like the rest of us. However, I'm not here to shame him about taking the botch wrong or anything of that artistry, but I'm just here to simply just call out what I think about the match and basically the whole Money Bank pay-per-view as a whole. So for me, the opener was pretty much as solid as it gets. I mean, there were better Money in the Bank solid Money in the Bank ladder matches, as we all know, but it was a solid match for the most part. Even though if the Money in the Bank yet again goes to nowhere at the literally end of it. However, the women's Money in the Bank, well, it could be just a bit better in my opinion. It wasn't like a bad match. It was a match that was, well, it was half good, half bad, and no in between of that. So to me, it was not the greatest women's ladder match in my opinion, and the crowd wasn't behind it either. So therefore, I don't know, it wasn't technically the greatest. However, the main event, as I just spoke of, I have a few issues of why I think it really made Damian Priest look very weak in my opinion. Because, truth be told, I mean, I know he hasn't held a title, and he has only 3 successful title defenses, or at least the ones that I've seen on pay-per-views. But to me, I have never seen someone like Damian Priest look so weak and uninvolved in a title match until Money in the Bank. And I don't know if they're gonna take a direction on that, or if he's eventually gonna get a match where he can win clean. But in this show, he looked as weak as could be. I mean, not completely weak, but he looked like he still needs help to defend off the title from his opponents, which, in my opinion, if CM Punk was going to interfere with Drew's Cassin, why didn't he stop him at the Money in the Bank briefcase rather than the Cassin itself? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't know he was going to cast in that day, but he was going to cast in some way. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just how I feel about the whole ordeal about him and him and Drew feuding, and just to me, I just feel like he should have been involved in the ladder match and not the championship match itself. So we could have had a different winner like LA Knight or Jey Uso, because those guys probably could have had a better Money in the Bank memory than the memory we got instead. But hey, that's just my opinion. On the other hand, when I looked up on social media or on YouTube about the Money in the Bank drop botch in the main event, it immediately caught my eye, and I know a lot of people in the wrestling community has talked about it, and I heard some people's thoughts on it, and to me, I don't know. People say that Damian Priest should not be having these bosses because he's in a high-profile match, like the World Championship match, because he is the champ. You know, he can't be making these mistakes. And while I do believe that is true, I don't agree wholeheartedly about the whole botches thing. I mean, he only had 2 botches, and we all remember a good match that had a botch in it. And like, to me, I think some people are overreacting about this situation. Like, no one got hurt. If people got hurt, then I would have probably been a bit more lenient towards Damian probably not being champion, but I didn't see anyone getting hurt. It was just a kick out that he didn't want to kick out of. That's kind of weird to say. But other than, well, there is that one time he did botch the rope in Clash of Castle, but that's something else entirely. But in short, I don't think Damian Priest should be getting all this major heat, in my opinion, because I only seen like the first 3 defenses, and I don't have a right to judge until like the title reign's completely over. Which, in my opinion, the next great big thing is if Damian loses clean to, I don't know, Finn or Drew, which I doubt, because, you know, Drew and CM Punk are feuding. But I'm guessing Seth may get another rematch because, you know, he wasn't pinned for it at all. So I'm guessing it's probably going to lead to another rematch. And, you know, I don't know. I just think, man, professional wrestling, it's a huge mess sometimes. And as a wrestling fan, that doesn't come as a surprise. But yeah, Damian Priest should not be getting all this heat about just one or 2 botches he had in the recent pay-per-views, because I'm pretty sure Seth and or Punk had a few mishaps along their first title reigns, even though Seth's and maybe Punk's were a bit more serious. But I'm glad Damian isn't like seriously hurt. I'm glad he's in good health, because truth be told, a lot of those botches could have gone a bit more worse, but I'm glad it didn't for him. But all in all, Money in the Bank was a solid pay-per-view, and I did find it enjoyable for the most part, until they snuffed out Money in the Bank and basically made it rather bad and downright just a big, big mishap. Not mishap, but a big case of nothingness. I mean, briefcase has stood for many things in professional wrestling, and we all know the briefcase has many memories that we like very much. And well, I'm just upset that we have another wasted Money in the Bank briefcase cash-in that goes to absolute garbage. And to be fair, I somewhat wanted him to be rather successful because he could start feuding with Punk over the title rather than that. But I guess he's feuding with Drew and Seth somehow. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know where Damian Priest is gonna go afterwards. Like I said, he probably will get a rematch for the championship with Seth, because truth be told, Seth wasn't pinned, so I'm guessing they'll probably do that. And I don't know how he is going to retain that way, because truth be told, I find the Damian Priest title reign to be a bit underwhelming in my opinion, because he said he was gonna win clean, and I know Damian, he's a former North American champion. He is capable of putting on good singles matches as well as winning clean. However, recently he made him look very out of place and not involved in the feud. He was just like an Austin Theory US title reign. He was involved in feuds that, well, in my opinion, he just didn't need to be involved in. He should have had a United States Championship feud, but that's just me rambling on about something that doesn't really exist anymore. He's doing something with I forgot his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm sorry for not uploading the past few days, guys. It's just been a boatload of problems coming my way. But I'll see you next one. Stars United.